costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
They ran it on first down now on second. To throw, it's Howard. Makes his connection. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Looking down the middle. Got his man. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Man, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Hands it off. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football and let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide out in motion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Past the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll call for the fair catch here. Roll that offense back out there. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Gives it to the back on the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell pass, but you still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones where they got beat, and as a result, they suffer a negative play.
Back to pass, it's Howard. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he breaks into the open. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They'll run the screen. Pirouettes away from the defense. Open runway ahead. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Phenomenal play call by the offensive coordinator. You're calling screen passes to take advantage of a good pass rush, and that's exactly what happened. The offensive linemen, they just let those defensive ends run up the field. Quarterback did a perfect job holding on to the ball to the last possible second, getting it out to his running back.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Oh, he's going to go for the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Alabama pushing the tempo. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This guy's seriously not going to go for it this close to his own end zone. I mean, he does have a punter, doesn't he? On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And to get rid of it quickly. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving.
He is smashing people. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the boulevard. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Flushed out of the pocket. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. And he did.
And often is good, too.
And that's a live ball behind the line. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. I guess they believe the entire field is 4-down territory. A bit of an odd choice, but they'll go for it on 4th and 12 miles. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll let one go down the right side. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
What a great job by this defense. You get third down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, 4th down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll start this drive with a pass. Using his legs to buy some time. Headed to the end zone. Oh, the ball's out. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On the run, it's Haynes. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That's the end of the first half with the game tied.
I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Man, and they tried the surprise onside to start the second half. And this game's a great game. It's been back and forth, tie football game. Maybe trying to jumpstart yourself. But I tell you what, now you've put your defense in a bind. Let's see how they respond.
Caught in the backfield. It's Williams.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. And you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Now improvising. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap. Try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Dialing up the second down pass play. Grabbed behind the line. It's Henderson. On the move at the 30. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always capable of hanging 40 points and making it look easy.
He's got it. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Off play action. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Oh, man, did he turn that one loose and fired it into the teeth of the zone.
And you know as a quarterback, Reese, when you're throwing it to the perimeter of the field on these curl routes, you've got to have some heat. You've got to have arm talent to get that ball out quickly into the hands of your receiver before all those defenders can get to it. Man, this QB's got a game.
Brings up second down.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wants to throw. It's Howard. The throw. Not the type of accuracy you typically see from this senior quarterback.
The quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target, and they're just not on the same page.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Snap from the gun on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And this one splits the uprights.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
They make the stop, and they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them on.
Touchdown, Bama! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Ready to try the point after.
For the extra point.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here now.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Looking left. Makes a connection. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Great job by the receiver catching that curl route. And did you see the way he came back to the football? That's a great lesson for a lot of young receivers out there. You create separation by coming back to the quarterback.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Quick strike complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
We're seeing a lot of confidence out of this quarterback now. 3 for 3 on this 2-minute drive. He understands that he needs to step up if his team's going to win this game, and he's playing his best football right now.
formation has him set up, second and short. Looking for a man, it's Howard. Pressure coming. He's moving out of the pocket. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
This defense knows that turnovers win games. And here in this 2-minute situation with the lead, they've got a chance to shut the door if they can create one, and they did it right there. Great job getting that ball on the ground and then being there to fall on top of it. They're going to leave here with a W.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. At midfield, he's got room. Nothing but green ahead. Inside the 10. Touchdown tie. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail meet.
As they say around here, keep Austin weird. They're going to keep it electric today inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home to the Longhorns. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with 2 of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. That is not the way you want to start with the kickoff going out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ready to fire from the pistol. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Throws to the back. Picked off. Looking for more room. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Alabama! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
Defensive score.
This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. And the offense will take the penalty, move the ball forward, and save the down. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
Extra point is good. That makes the score Alabama 7, Texas 0.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6.
Texas.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
Take over. First and 10.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the offense. He's looking to throw it. Trying to get to him. Grabbed behind the line. It's Golden. Pushed down for the tackle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Back to pass, it's Ewers. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a pop.
Afterburner's coming. Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And he tacked on the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again.
Texas.
Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah, bro. If you can't score points now, if you can't get first downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
And still a few inches short of the sticks as they come to the line for second down. Here comes the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. And the fumble goes out of bounds, and they'll lose a few on that play.
Fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
Third down is where the money is made, but they're lucky to be here after that ball was loose. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied at 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll try the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Offense gets set for second down. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
This is a 3rd and long. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Power football with the run. Powers through the defender. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Dropping back, it's Milroe. fires toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Grab near the marker. It's Blue. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Going up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Dropping back, it's Ewers. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Oh, look out. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. Trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes courtesy of the big play, covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
Texas.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner is stopped.
Down at the 15. And the Alabama offense will take over. First and 10.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really just how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete downfield. They'll immediately call timeout. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Fires to the right. It's caught. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to find his man on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Unloads it left. Makes the grab. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half.
The end of the first half with the game tied.
And the Longhorns will kick it away to start the second half.
Texas.
He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Alabama offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
Back to throw, it's Milroe. They're trying to get to it. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Alabama quickly back to the line.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Bernard. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
Miller with the ball. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bama! And that one will give them the lead. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing for this offense now moving forward in this game. That last drive is going to pay big dividends.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Texas 14. Texas
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grabbed in the middle. It's Golden. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. They go to the ground. Just destroying his way through the field. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
They'll ride the hot hand. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work.
42 Slider. 4-2.
Dropping back, it's Ewers. Flips it out to the back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both. Got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
Finds his man and they convert. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
He wants to throw. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. It's a draw. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Right back to the well. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. They'll try to get it in with the run. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's Ewers. Coming after him. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back the pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down play for this QB.
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
And the extra point ties the game in the 4th. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And what a huge score and extra point there to get it tied in the final minute.
Texas.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop. You can save every second you have.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. He's going for it all. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Touchdown Tide! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They wasted no time on that drive, got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. He'll take a knee as a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He'll start this drive firing. Here's a throw downfield late. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Release to the back. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
This late in the game, 4th quarter, go time, we got to make plays. We got to go to those things that really, really work well. We can't waste too many more downs. I know it's 3rd down coming up, but we got to put this thing in full throttle.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. And what a way for this defense to end it. A pick as time runs out. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling the close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has